Hey, love, tomorrow morning you are going to wake up to your specific person. And I know right now that sounds unbelievable or impossible, but that's exactly what you're going to manifest in this workshop here today. And there's actually an accompanying workbook that I definitely want you to dive into, not just yet, because I need to explain exactly what we're going to do. Because if we're going to quantum leap to the reality where you are waking up to your specific person, and this can absolutely be your reality, we just need to prepare ourselves or just to get into the mind state of it. Because really, basically, all we have to do is assume as if we already have it. And I'll give you exact, perfect ways in order to do this. You don't have to take action. You don't have to text your specific person. You don't have to call them. You literally don't have to do anything in order to create this. Just imply it within your imagination. And so, the first thing I actually want to dive into is the fact that 100% you can create this. This is a reality that you can move into, you can jump into. But honestly, if you think about waking up to your specific person, you just have to know and believe that you can do it and want it. Because some of us might not actually want to wake up with our specific person in our bed, even though that's a quantum leap that you can create. Do not ever think anything is outside of the power of your creation. But in this case, whether it's waking up to your specific person, waking up to a text, waking up for a call, all of this is going to line it perfectly with exactly what you want. But there's a huge difference, and this is what I want to get into before we dive into the workshop. Knowing is different from wanting. So, knowing that you are waking up to your specific person is eons different from wanting to wake up to your specific person. And so the way to actually achieving this, to actually manifesting this, is going into a state of knowing. So knowing it's already done, knowing your specific person wants to be with you, knowing that that's your reality. That's an outcome that you can achieve, you can create, and you can manifest right here and right now. And so, first and foremost, we're going to dive into it. So, now I'm going to be talking about the workshop that the download link is in the description. So, make sure to check it out. And so, here's what we're going to do in order to manifest, in order to create exactly what you want. So, as you can see, you'll see it when you get into the workshop in the workbook, and I'll put it up here. We are going to see three different imaginative acts that we are actually going to dive into. And what you also probably see on there is a specific or a custom made guided meditation that I created for each of these. So, but before you dive into the guided meditation, you're going to pick one. So either it's waking up to your specific person, making breakfast together, or taking a morning walk tomorrow morning. That's the state that we're going to get into. So you can pick one of those three. Obviously, you can pick anything else that you want, but those are the three that I have personal self-guided meditations for. So I'm going to guide you through the whole event. But before you dive into that guided meditation, because that's actually something I want you to use at night, just before this, if you follow or go lower, you're going to see that I have a spot to write it out. So before you dive into this meditation, I want you to write out one of those three that you want. So either waking up to your specific person, making breakfast with your specific person, or going on a morning walk with your specific person. And you can write it out. Make sure to write it out in as much detail as you possibly can. That is going to be so important for the creation of this manifestation. Again, quantum leaping to your specific person, waking up in your bed. So do not be surprised if you wake up and you've entered the reality where you and your specific person are together. Because again, it's all up to what we believe in the assumptions that we can create. So start to open up your mind to this possibility. I don't need you to fully believe it yet, because even if you don't fully believe it, you're going to wake up to a text, you're going to wake up to a call, something else that aligns you with that state, or something else that is going to take you to where you want to go, because everything is always going to come through a bridge of events. So we need to get into the state of assuming as if we already have it. So make sure to write out again in as much detail as you possibly can the exact outcome that you want with your specific person. So you can follow through with those. So waking up to them, a walk or breakfast, but it can be absolutely anything you want, anything that's going to make you feel tomorrow. That's the day that you and your specific person come together, meet up, go on a date. And remember too, all you have to do is assume it. If you still don't believe that you can wake up to your specific person, that's okay. By thinking and assuming and imagining it, you are going to be so much further in creating the reality you want, because you can absolutely do that. But even if you don't feel like you can do that, that's okay, because by assuming this belief, you're going to wake up to a text, wake up to a call, wake up to your specific person asking you out on a date. Because when you wake up to your specific person, a date is going to seem so much easier by comparison. But again, now, before we even dive into these writing it out and journaling, again, you only have to journal it once. We're just getting ourselves into the state of it. The next thing I actually want you to do is take a look at the affirmations I included. So I'll put that up as well. But these affirmations, what I want you to do, because just below it is going to be another writing portion, pick 3 of these affirmations that really feel positive, really feel confident, make you feel good, make you feel as if you can manifest your specific person. And what you're going to do is write them out 10 times. So you're going to write, for example, in this, I am waking up to the warmth of love. I am waking up to the warmth of my love beside me. You're going to write that out 10 times. And as you're writing it, you're going to state it. And you'll see just below that, you'll find an option to actually write it out. You're going to pick 3 of those affirmations to do. There's a total of 9 affirmations. And you could continue to use those affirmations. You could use them all whenever you want. Totally up to you. But then only after that, that's when I want you to go to that guided meditation closer to bedtime, okay? So you're going to pick one. And again, you can pick any of them. I would try not to watch all 3 at the same time, but you could if you wanted to, like back to back to back, because that can really, really help with you getting into the state. But you're going to pick one of those guided meditations. You're going to sit in a comfortable area and position, and you're going to hear me guide you through either, again, waking up to your specific person, going on a walk with your specific person, or cooking breakfast with your specific person. And what I want you to imagine and create as well, if you can, so this is something kind of added, and it's going to add an extra layer of belief. So I know in the workbook, I wrote out what you want to wake up to, but if you can, put that on like a journal paper or anything like that, just a piece of paper, or, it could be your phone, but for this instance, we want to physically write it down, because what I want you to do is before going to sleep, you're going to take that piece of paper, you're going to fold it up as small or as just, it could be once, it could be many times, and you're going to place it under your pillow. And I want you to treat your pillow like it is a portal. As soon as your head goes down onto the pillow, you are going into this imaginative act. Okay. And make sure too, when you do go into your imagination, because I want you to do this throughout the night, and this is how you're going to manifest while you sleep, because when you go to bed with an imaginative act on your mind, you are going to see that your mind and your subconscious continue this idea throughout the night. So if you are thinking of going on a walk with your specific person, and that's the last thing you're imagining, you're going to find that your mind continues that. So you're going to, throughout this whole night, be thinking of your specific person, going to be imagining going on this walk with them, creating this reality with them. But again, when you go into your visual act, so for the journaling portion, go into as much detail as you possibly can. Go through all 5 of your senses. But for this point at the visualization, you actually want to keep it very detailed, but make it a very short scene, because we want our mind to be imagining and creating this reality without allowing our mind to wander. That's the thing that we absolutely don't want to do, because if we find our mind wandering, it won't stay within the task and it won't create the outcome that we desire. But remember, Everything in your reality is possible. It's all about assuming and feeling as if we already have it. So allow this feeling when you go into the affirmations and you're stating them, when you go into your journaling, when you listen to the guided meditation. That'll probably be the easiest time to feel it. But make sure you're really feeling as if you already have exactly what you want. Allow this feeling to satisfy you. Again, this is a fun little workshop to do, and you can do it as many times as you want. You can wake up tomorrow to a text from your specific person. Do it again. Wake up the next day to a date with your specific person or a phone call. Wake up the next day to them bringing you roses. Like, it all depends on what our belief is. Because sometimes, and remember, you can quantum leap to the reality where your specific person proposes to you tomorrow. That is totally within your power, but it has everything to do with our belief. And I have a quick little Neville Goddard quote that is going to really support this. It's kind of long, but I think it makes a lot of sense and it will kind of relate to this idea. But it talks about health, but the same thing is with our specific person. So here's the quote. If it is a state of health that you are desirous of attaining, before you have any evidence of health in your world, you must begin to feel yourself to be healthy. And the very second the feeling, I am healthy, is attained, the two have agreed. That is, I am, so your state of being, and health have agreed to be one. And this agreement ever results in the birth of a child, which is the thing agreed upon. So in this case, health. But in our case, specific person, the child is your manifestation. And because I made the agreement, I expressed the thing agreed. So the point of this as well, because a lot of questions might be, well, what about my circumstances? What about this? What about that? What if they said this? What if they said that? But that does not matter in your reality. You must feel before you see the evidence. This is the outcome creating you waking up to your specific person. This feeling, this assumption. And I also wanted to include as well a success story that I've had before, but I thought it was a really, really good one because the way that they worded it is so perfect for this workshop of waking up to your specific person. Now, this is technically, it's kind of like a mini workshop, I would say, because obviously, another workshop might go into more detail. Like my other workshops go for like an hour long. But so think of this as a workshop, but it's just as powerful as any other one. But I'm going to put up that success story now. So this was someone after, I believe it was phone call coaching. We met up and here's what they wrote. Hey, Kyle, so update, my SP came back to me in a matter of a day. We talked everything out and we are finally back together. Thank you so much. So I want to just dive into this idea. And I think I've put this success story up before, but I think it's so perfect to showcase how your reality can change literally in the matter of a day. So you can wake up to your specific person. But what I like about this is they imply or show, because in their own scenario, there's a bunch of circumstances. There was a bunch of things that have happened in the past that was kind of not within their mind, but feeling like it was kind of stopping them from creating it. And so you can see here that even regardless of that, the next day, so in one day, that's all you need. And this is right now, you're doing this. One day, they talked everything out and they're finally back together. So just take a moment and really think about that. If you had any doubts that you could or could not do this, allow this to calm your mind. But again, remember, even if you don't believe that waking up to your specific person is possible, that's okay. Because by assuming and creating it, you're going to find your reality bring you exactly what you want in other ways. Like by assuming this, by creating this, even if you don't think your specific person is going to show up to your doorstep with flowers or with a marriage proposal, which is 100% possible, whether you believe it or not, that can be your reality. But let's say you don't feel like you can do that. That's okay. This is going to produce other results as well. Waking up to a text, waking up to a call, waking up to an apology, waking up to all of that. But the focus is, because I know I mentioned apology, remember, when you're manifesting or creating, don't worry about circumstances. Don't worry about what has happened in the past. There's no circumstance that can come in between you and your manifestation. So don't worry about it. Don't even for a moment think about it. Don't even focus on it. Don't even think about how it's going to happen, because that's kind of the evidence or the Neville Goddard quote, that we want to feel and assume the state before we are seeing evidence. So it's okay. if there's literally no evidence. It's okay, because I did in my video yesterday talked about a video of talked about a success story where someone was in a year of no contact and manifested during one of my videos. So during the video, and it wasn't like a fun little workshop like this, but I just wanted to say, this is your reality. You can create it, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So make sure right here, right now, after this video, and if you know for a fact you are manifesting your specific person overnight, you are waking up to them, leave a thumbs up on this video, and don't forget to subscribe, because I need to hear your success story. But make sure after this video, after you do that, and after you comment, I am waking up to my specific person, to really set that intention, go into the description and click the link to download the workbook, and you'll see everything that I mentioned. You'll have the links to all 3 of the meditations, so you can, again, wake up to your specific person, and then you can wake up to them bringing you flowers the next day, and then wake up to them proposing to you the next day, all through these guided meditations. But remember, watch them, click them, follow everything we talked about. Again, remember, write down when you journal that out. Make sure to place it under your pillow. And again, it's easy, effortless. You're just imagining your pillow as being that portal. And as soon as your head goes onto it, your mind is going to jump into that visualization. It's easy, it's effortless. Again, look or remember, go rewatch this video if you want to, if you really want to instill all of these ideas within, and go back, look at that success story again that happened literally within a day. And so if this person can do it, then you can create it as well. And I know, because in my previous video, I talked about some people feel as if it's impossible to manifest. That's not true. I know for a fact that you can manifest in a day, because this person did, and you just witnessed it, and your reality is a mirror of you. So if this person can manifest in a matter of a day, then you can as well. But remember, that's okay. If you manifest or thought of waking up to your specific person with flowers and they text you or call you, that's okay. You didn't mess anything up, because the bridge of events works perfectly, and it just means there's a portion of us that feels like we can't fully accept that, but that's okay, because everything is all about belief and assumptions and persistence. So you are absolutely going to wake up to your specific person tomorrow morning, or whatever it is that you want. If you did have any questions on this, or again, make sure to comment that intention, I am waking up to my specific person. Leave all of your questions, comments below, or you can also reach out to me on my website at kyleaugustcoaching.com. And I actually made this workshop and whole video just to say thanks for everyone watching my videos and supporting this channel. Again, thank you all to my members as well. I'll post these videos, so these guided meditations for my members. Also, it'll just be on the channel automatically, so you don't have to go into the workbook or the workshop in order to receive it. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot appreciate all the positive, loving comments on the videos. Absolutely love it. I'm so glad I'm able to help you manifest your specific person, and I'm so glad to help you, because tomorrow you're waking up to your specific person. I'm so glad that I was able to help you do that. Thank you so much for stopping by again. Make sure to get that workbook, and I'll see you in my next video tomorrow when you're with your specific person.